Please do not forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload next. The jazz world has lost a remarkable soul. On October 22, 2024, Claire Daly, the celebrated baritone saxophonist, passed away at the age of 66 after a courageous year-long battle with cancer. For those who knew her, Claire was not just a musician, she was a source of joy, creativity, and love. Her music and her spirit touched countless hearts, and she leaves behind a legacy that will be cherished forever. Born in New York City in 1958, Claire Daly's love for music began at an early age. Her parents introduced her to different genres, and she quickly developed an ear for jazz. Claire was fascinated by the rhythm, the improvisation, and the feeling that came with playing jazz music. It was a language of its own, one that she felt deeply connected to. In her teens, Claire picked up the saxophone, initially starting with the alto sax. But it wasn't long before she found her true voice in the baritone saxophone, an instrument not often chosen by women at the time. The deep, soulful sound of the baritone sax resonated with her, and it became her lifelong companion. It was through this instrument that she would communicate her emotions, dreams, and stories to the world. Claire Daly's sound was unlike any other. Her baritone sax had a warmth and depth that could make you feel both the sadness and joy in her music. Her playing was full of soul, rich, textured, and always genuine. She had a way of bending notes and infusing her own personality into every performance, making the music truly her own. Throughout her career, Claire performed with some of the biggest names in jazz. Her collaborations with artists like George Garzone, Steve Swell, and Rahsaan Roland Kirk helped her refine her style, but she always stayed true to her own unique sound. She was bold, creative, and unafraid to push boundaries. Her improvisations on the saxophone could move people to tears or make them feel like dancing. But beyond her technical skills, Claire's playing had a human touch that set her apart. She played not just with her hands but with her heart. Every note she played was a reflection of who she was, a kind, compassionate person who cared deeply for others. A champion for women in jazz in a field traditionally dominated by men, Claire Daly became a beacon of inspiration for women in jazz. She believed that music was a universal language, and gender shouldn't matter when it came to expressing oneself through art. Throughout her career, she worked tirelessly to encourage young women to pursue their passion for jazz. She taught at workshops, mentored students, and gave back to the community in every way she could. Her message was simple: follow your heart, work hard, and never let anyone tell you that you can't do something. Claire lived this message every day. She faced her share of challenges but always met them with grace and determination. She wasn't just a musician, she was a role model for generations of young women who looked up to her. Claire Daly released several albums over the course of her career, each one a testament to her talent and creativity. Her debut album, Swing Low, was a reflection of her deep love for gospel music and jazz. The album was full of soulful renditions that highlighted her powerful saxophone playing and earned her critical acclaim. She followed it up with albums like Movin' On and Raw, each showcasing her evolving sound and mastery of the baritone sax. But it wasn't just about technical brilliance for Claire, each album had a story, a message. She played from the heart, and her music always told a deeper tale of struggle, resilience, and triumph. One of her most beloved albums, Baritone Monk, was a tribute to Thelonious Monk, one of her greatest influences. Her interpretations of Monk's complex compositions were bold and fresh, and the album became a favorite among jazz lovers. Even during her battle with cancer, Claire continued to make music. Her final album, released just a few months before her passing, was a deeply personal project. It was a collection of pieces that spoke to her journey, both as an artist and as a person. The album was filled with emotion, raw and honest, as if she was saying goodbye through her music. Her fans, her friends, and her family will forever cherish that final gift from her. Beyond the music, Claire Daly was known for her kindness. She was someone who made time for others, whether it was through her teaching, her mentorship, or just a friendly conversation. She was a generous spirit, always eager to share her love for jazz and help others find their own voice in the music. Friends and colleagues often described Claire as warm and approachable. She had a way of making people feel at ease, no matter who they were or where they came from. Her humility was remarkable, especially considering her immense talent and success. She never sought the limelight for its own sake. She simply wanted to play, to create, and to bring joy to others through her music. Her love for people extended beyond her work in jazz. Claire was actively involved in charitable causes, particularly those focused on education and providing opportunities for underprivileged children to learn music. She believed in the transformative power of music and wanted to give others the chance to experience it for themselves. In 2023, Claire was diagnosed with cancer. It was a devastating blow, but true to her nature, she faced it with incredible strength and courage. She continued to perform, record, and inspire others even as she underwent treatment. Music remained her solace, her way of coping with the challenges she faced. Throughout her illness, Claire remained hopeful and optimistic. She never let the disease take away her love for life or her passion for music. Her friends and family rallied around her, offering their support and love, but it was Claire's own inner strength that carried her through the hardest moments. In the last year of her life, Claire's performances took on an even deeper meaning. Each note felt more profound, more urgent, as if she was pouring every ounce of her spirit into her music. Her final concerts were emotional, not just because of the beautiful music, but because everyone knew they were witnessing something special, a farewell of sorts, a final message from an artist who had given so much of herself to the world. The news of Claire Daly's passing sent ripples through the jazz community. Musicians, fans, and friends from around the world came together to mourn her loss and celebrate her life. Tributes poured in from all corners of the globe, with many sharing stories of how Claire had touched their lives through her music and her kindness. Fellow saxophonist George Garzone, a close friend and collaborator, shared, "Claire was more than just a musician. She was a force of nature, a light in the jazz world. Her passion, her energy, her love for life, it was contagious. I'll miss her dearly, but her music will live on forever." Jazz critic and historian Ted Gioia also paid tribute to Claire, calling her one of the great voices in modern jazz, a musician who wasn't afraid to take risks and explore new territories with her music. Her legacy will continue to inspire generations of musicians. In New York City, where Claire spent much of her life, a memorial concert is being planned in her honor. Musicians who played with Claire, as well as those she mentored, will gather to celebrate her life through the music she loved so much. Claire Daly may no longer be with us, but her spirit will continue to resonate through the notes of her saxophone, the albums she left behind, and the countless lives she touched. Her story is one of passion, perseverance, and kindness, and her music will forever be a reminder of the beauty she brought into the world. For those who knew her, Claire's legacy is not just in the albums she recorded or the performances she gave. It's in the way she lived her life, with love, with generosity, and with an unshakable belief in the power of music to heal, to connect, and to uplift. As we say goodbye to Claire Daly, we also celebrate the life she lived, the music she made, and the love she shared with so many. The world may feel a little quieter without her, but her music will continue to play on, filling hearts with the same joy, warmth, and inspiration that she always brought to her performances. Rest in peace, Claire. You will be deeply missed, but your music and your spirit will live on forever. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to daily updates and never miss a video.